American Arsenal is a history of the weapons, technology, and strategies of the 20th century. In 15 stories, it describes America's unplanned transformation from an isolationist nation before World War I to the world's only superpower today. This video is a condensation of the story of the invention and test of napalm. Napalm entered the American arsenal 70 years ago in 1943. It is usually associated with the Vietnam War, but it killed far more in World War II than it did in Vietnam. This slide shows a formation of B-29 bombers flying past Japan's Mount Fuji on their way to Tokyo. 100,000 died in Tokyo on the night of March 9th and 10th, 1945. The firestorm, fueled by napalm, was more deadly than the atomic attacks on either Hiroshima or Nagasaki. 66 Japanese cities would eventually be nearly obliterated in napalm incendiary attacks. Napalm was invented by Julius Fieser, a Harvard chemistry professor. In February 1942, Fieser mixed aluminum naphthenate, aluminum palmitate, and gasoline and found that it stuck and burned violently. This is a photo of Fieser's test of napalm behind Harvard's football stadium. Fieser became involved in Project X-Ray, an attempt to fasten pencil-sized napalm time-fused firebombs to hibernating bats. Bombers were to release the bats by the hundreds of thousands over Japanese cities, where they would roost in attics, detonate a few hours later, and burn down urban Japan. Fieser managed to burn down an American airfield during tests. This is the photo of that. But the war ended too soon for the bat bomb to see use. The Army wanted to test and fine-tune its napalm-filled bombs against what it saw as their logical target, houses. It built the German-Japanese Village, a collection of simulated German and Japanese dwellings. No expense was spared. Architects who had worked in Germany and Japan designed the buildings, which were authentically furnished down to the clothes in the closets and the children's toys in the bedrooms. This is a photo of one of the rooms in the Japanese housing. Fieser was proud of napalm, but he was unprepared for the reaction during the Vietnam War, when Harvard students shouted "baby killer" and spat on him as he crossed campus. The rest of his scientific achievements mattered little. The world knew him as the man who had invented napalm.